Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons podcast. It's me, Brandon, along with Preacher and Sean O'Mac. Today, we're bringing you some running backs. Sean, you're going to start us off today. Go ahead.
I got the list here. So, I'm going to go top 10. Obviously, we don't need to mention number one. We all know who that is, without a doubt. But it's C-Mac for those that don't know, like if Terry was here.
Homer.
Second for me is Bijan. 3 is Brees. 4 is Saquon. 5 is Kyren Williams. 6.
Time out! Kyren Williams at 5.
Yes.
That is absolutely why? That is terrible. First off, 1. 2, why 5?
5, as you guys know, I'm very high on Kyren Williams. I love Kyren.
For what?
For
Like, what makes him top 5? I could see top 10. You could argue top 10, but top 5?
No, he's top 5.
No.
After he did last year? Come on.
Yeah, okay, man.
He had some injuries, but who don't get injured?
He's already injured. He had a foot injury.
He's going into the season healthy.
Yeah, okay, man.
Says he feels the best he has. He is going to be the head of that offense as far as running backs go.
Yeah, okay.
How?
That's my question. Is how is he going to produce when he's been hurt? And he also has, so be it, maybe a poor Kyren Williams, like a Walmart version, and Blake Corum behind him.
Blake the Great.
You're talking to a Michigan
man over here. But look, Kyren Williams, first off, has been hurt. 1, coming off injury. 2, we're talking about a guy that maybe shows flashes of greatness, but I don't think full on is worth my top 5 ranking at all.
Kyren Williams single-handedly won me a championship last year.
Okay, but who else did you have on your roster that helped you win a championship?
I had a pretty good roster.
Who? You can't just tell me Kyren Williams.
It was Kyren.
Okay, who else was on your roster?
I had Hurts.
Okay.
I had CD.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's weird. Anyway.
And
get
Kyren
going.
Williams saved his season, Evo.
Yeah, that's what I heard, too.
I love Kyren. We know that.
Okay, anyway, I'll keep going on your list.
Okay, 6 I got JT. 7 I got Derek King Henry. 8 I got Gibbs. 9 I got Pacheco. 10 I got ETN. What are we thinking?
I don't know if I can follow that up.
I can't.
Obviously C-Mac, right? We all got C-Mac at 1.
Duh.
Anyway, after that I got Bijan at my 2, Saquon at the 3. If you don't believe in Saquon on the Eagles, you're out of your mind. 4, Brees Hall. 5, Derrick Henry. I don't care that he's 30. 6, Jahmyr Gibbs. 7, ETN. 8, Jonathan Taylor. 9, Kyren. That's where he's supposed to go. And 10 is Rachaad White.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Rachaad White in the top 10?
Where did he finish last year? I don't have the numbers on me. But I know it was better than top 10. That's for sure. He was in the top 10. The dude is a
Pass catching.
Yeah, pass catching monster. And Baker likes a check down if no one can get open.
This is about all he can throw, his checkdowns.
I don't think so. The 13 receiving touchdowns that Mike Evans had proves you wrong on that one. Go ahead. What was he, Preach? I seen you just looked it up. What was he? Say it out loud for the fans.
4.
Oh, wow.
What?
And you think he's going to fall out of the top 10, you idiots?
Now he's getting heat from Bucky.
Bucky's a certified too, bro.
So is Bucky Irving 11 for you?
No, he's not in my top 25.
Like I guess.
Where do you guys have
Rachaad
White?
Is Rachaad White being in your top 10 just because you're a homer? Or
Yeah.
It's because he just finished top 4 last season.
This same guy that had Evans in the top 10 of wide receivers.
that is very true.
Come on.
I
Now he's got White in the top 10 of running backs?
Yeah, we have a solid offense. What the are you talking about? Here's all I'm trying to say. Is if you guys want to win a championship with some out of ADP people, you pick Buccaneers. That's what you do. You know that
I did it with Williams last year. He wasn't even drafted in most leagues.
Dude, in a 15-round draft, you know Baker's not even going? Excuse me? That's a great backup to have on a team. That could be your starter if you don't pick a quarterback too early.
I'm baffled.
Buck around and find out.
My question is who at 11, 12, 13 for you puts Rachaad White above those people?
Oh, I'll tell you who. He beats out Devon Achane at 11, Pacheco at 12, and Josh Jacobs at 13. You can't tell me that Pacheco can finish in the top 10 when he has Mahomes at quarterback. Devon Achane, yeah, when he wasn't hurt, we've seen he can do a lot. When he wasn't hurt. And Josh Jacobs, it's already been solidified that he is going to share reps with Lloyd.
So you're telling me... hold on. So you're telling me you would take Rachaad White over Pacheco?
Yes.
You would take Rachaad White over Devon Achane?
Every day of the week.
Even if Devon Achane was healthy the whole entire season?
Yeah.
And we're all expected to believe you're not being a homer.
Dude, I'm not. When you have a top 4 performance like that, you're bound to do it again. You're just pissed off.
That's wild, bro.
You're just pissed off that a Buccaneer is going to be a perennial top 10 running back. You're just mad about it.
No, I just don't see top 10 at all.
You don't see top 10.
I don't see top 10. Devon Achane, week 3, 4, 5 finished RB1, 1, 5, and 4, and you're telling me that you'd pass that up?
What other games did he play?
When he came back from injury.
How long?
It was he didn't play week 12. Week 13, it was 3, 24, 29, 52, 8, 21.
Sounds like he's all over the board.
But it sounds like after injury, he wasn't the same as before.
Oh!
But
weird!
Oh, weird. We've had a whole off season, though. For him to get better.
People get healthy.
Yeah, okay, man.
Whatever. Either way, Rachaad
Go
White
ahead.
is not top 10 material because this
We'll
is...
see. Check back
Okay.
at the end of the season.
All
we'll
right,
see.
whatever.
Go ahead, preach.
CMC, number 1. Brees Hall, number 2. Bijan, number 3. Jonathan Taylor, 4. Saquon, 5. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6. 7, King Henry. 8, Josh Jacobs. 9, Devon Achane. And 10, Travis Etienne.
So,
Josh Jacobs would not be in my top 12.
no.
Let alone top
I literally
10.
have him at 13 for a reason.
Look,
Like, that's a solid RB2.
Josh Jacobs coming into Green Bay has a different life. Now, granted, Marshawn Lloyd will share targets and share carries with him. But Marshawn Lloyd is not going to start out of the gate pretty hot because he's a rookie. We have to think that. A.J. Dillon probably isn't going to even take a snap, let alone...
No, he's the 3 now.
Right, he's the 3. So Marshawn Lloyd's going to be number 2. Josh Jacobs cemented at number 1. Whether it's shared, but it's probably going to be like an 80-20 share, target-wise.
No.
Yes. At least to start out couple first
Well, yeah,
weeks.
the first 3 weeks.
Right. But for me, in Green Bay, it's Josh Jacobs, number 8.
That's gay.
I mean, it may be gay for you, but it's not gay for me.
Now, you want to talk about homerism? Come on now. Leave me out of that conversation.
Anyhow, Rachaad White. That is,
That's crazy.
It's not... Dude, you guys are going to be so upset you didn't pick him up when I'm out there, got him at the low ADP. I'm like, hey! I'm like, oh, I wish I had him. Maybe I can trade for him. Yeah, give me Josh Allen. Then you can get him.
And just for the... I can't really argue because my running back is pretty much untouchable.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Your homerism isn't showing. It's actually fact. I'll give you that one.
Well, I mean, he is number one. But,
I got it.
I guess a couple other questions. You have Saquon Barkley higher.
Is that my 3?
He's at your 3. Why Saquon at 3 for you?
First of all, if they can make DeAndre Swift that guy, what did he finish? He was like 8, wasn't he? DeAndre Swift? Anyway, if they can make DeAndre Swift look like an absolute megastar, that means a megastar like Saquon Barkley will go absolutely ballistic on that.
That's because DeAndre Swift stays healthy, unlike Barkley.
Okay, but he's been on that MetLife turf his whole career. I wouldn't be healthy either if I stepped on the MetLife
Let's
turf.
ask Rodgers about that.
Yeah, exactly. You're proving my own point. The RPOs and they're gonna have, just like King Henry at my 5, the RPOs that the Eagles and Ravens are gonna have with their new running backs, it's gonna completely change their offense.
So word on Philly is they're thinking about taking Hurts out of the push tush and putting Barkley in like a wild,
Why
making
wouldn't
him
they?
why risk, especially when you give Hurts all that money. I get that.
Yeah.
Barkley's going to end up hurt, like every year.
If Barkley can play 15 out of the 17 games, 15, he will be top 3.
Look,
I am giving him 2 games off.
DeAndre Swift finished RB20 last year.
My bad. I said 8.
RB20. And I know it's not Saquon Barkley, but you're thinking that Saquon Barkley finished, what did he finish last year?
I don't know.
13.
You're going to tell me he's not going to do much better going from the Giants to the Eagles? I didn't talk about I don't know ball.
You don't know ball?
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, man. They
Okay,
still got,
man.
even without Jason Kelsey, the Eagles still have one of the best O-lines in the league. They're at least top 3. That's a minimum. So what were the Giants O-line? Probably mid-20s, if not high 20s. One of the worst O-lines in the league, and then he's going to the best?
But injury history shows every single year he has some
MetLife
form of
turf.
injury. I don't think it's just MetLife turf.
Ask
but
Rodgers.
whatever.
I'm with Sean. Ask Rodgers.
Whatever. I think 5 is a little wild. I think 3 is wild. I think 5's a better number for him. But anyhow,
You don't see how he can't do better than Breece Hall? Like, honestly.
look, Breece Hall finished high and he was on MetLife turf.
I'll give you that. I'll
Touche.
give you that. Yes, I will give you that.
So
I think Saquon's more explosive than Breece Hall. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's hurt all the time, is because he's so explosive.
I also think there's more weapons in Philly now than there was in New York at the Giants.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what helps him, though.
But I think that's what hurts him. I think if we're talking about sharing snap load, not from the carry perspective, but if we're talking Jalen Hurts running quarterback, you have A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it hurts Saquon being the running back.
If he can get 4 to 5 targets a game and catch 3 of them, that's all he needs.
I mean, I have him at 5, so 3
Right.
possibility, but I just don't see going
I don't know
from
why
5
you're
to
even
3.
arguing with me, dude. Dude, look at your fantasy team and look at mine.
You know what? Every year football is a risk of injury.
You're damn right.
Irregardless, you got in your first pick in your fantasy drafts, if Barkley's there, you're going to take him.
Yeah, pretty much. If I have a late first round pick and he's like the next running back
You're probably
up,
take Rashard White.
I'll take him round 3 because he'll still be there because everyone's thinking like you guys. I drafted him last year super late because I said I believe in Rashad White.
So
He's
so
taking
the first,
Rashad White,
so the
number 2
first-
pick overall. That's what
first
he
3
said.
round of
Fuck
Brandon's
you.
drafts this year: Rashad White, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield.
Well, it'd be Evans first. Evans is my boy. Shout out Mike Evans.
If you're listening to this pod, Mike Evans, like and hit that subscribe button, Mike.
I get that.
Oh.
Pound it.
Anyhow, Anybody else? You want to argue anything else here, bud?
I mean, if you want to get like real into the nitty gritty, you want to talk about running backs you want to fill your RB2 spot. They're going to be anywhere between our like 15 and 20 range. And I feel like we are all so wildly different, 15 to 20, that it's not even funny. Like, let me give it to you. My 15 is James Cook, 16 Zach Moss, 17 Nick Chubb, 18 Joe Mixon, 19 Najee, and 20 Zamir White. I guarantee you neither one of you have Nick Chubb in there.
Nope.
That's a fact. I don't think
20th
Najee's in
for
there.
me.
Ooh.
I don't have Najee at all. I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't like it.
I
No
see.
situation.
If you ask
I
me,
think Jalen Warren's going to outplay him, and Jalen Warren's going to become the one.
if he does, then I'm way off. But Najee puts up stats. For some reason, that dude puts up stats every single year.
I think a couple backs we're not talking enough about. Someone I'm really high on. Going to be RB1 is Zach Moss and Zamir White. I really like them.
So
too.
what you're saying is you wouldn't even take a running back until them are up at your ADP. You'd fill everything else, and you would put the whole running back position into them too.
I wouldn't want to, but would I be comfortable doing it? If I had to, yeah. I could do it.
Wild.
You would rather sandbag your running back position?
So you're going to do a zero RB method
Because
then.
I don't know.
I know.
Look at you trying to get secrets.
Look, I know we're higher on the Zach Moss train for the three of us. I reluctantly put Zach Moss at 24 on my list because I don't know what to think. I want to think that he's going to finish in the top 20, but I could see a world where he doesn't finish in the top 20. But why do we have that confidence on Zach Moss? I guess that's for the people at home, because I know some people aren't high on him, or they're like, Zach Moss, he's in Cincinnati. What about this guy? Like
I got high on Zach Moss last year when he had them
Superhuman.
games. Yes, dude,
Superhuman.
for Indianapolis, and I just think Cincinnati got to steal this offseason. I think he's going to bring it.
If they're willing to give up Joe Mixon for the chance that he can repeat the superhuman performance, I'm all in on him too.
Is it a gamble?
Absolutely.
Fucking it is.
right.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Is the risk worth the reward? For me, yes.
To fill an RB2 spot, yeah, I'll take a risk. But like, to bank on him every week? I don't know, man. Maybe. Give me a hero running back, and then I'll take a risk. Like, if I had a C-Mac or a Bajan, I'll take the risk.
Well, it all goes back on how you want to draft, too, your draft strategy.
I get
you're
that.
right.
And I think for Zach Moss, like you're saying, I would rather take a Zach Moss on if I had CMC,
Yeah.
Breece Hall, Bijan. If I had this top five
Yeah.
that we're talking about, I think Zach Moss would be my push. My concern is if I'm a 10, 11, 12 in my league, because C-Mac's going 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm looking at, I'm 10, 11, 12, and I'm sitting there, Breece Hall maybe falls to me. Let's just say Breece Hall falls to me. Bijan's there, Saquon's there. I know they're not coming back to me, right? I would rather take them there. But if they're not there, by the time they get to me, that's maybe where I would be a little bit reckless and maybe punt the ball and take Zach Moss later.
Yeah.
Because, we're talking about Zach Moss starting out the year, RB10, RB5. Week 4 was RB27. Week 5 was RB2. Week 6 was RB7. And then week 7 was RB30. And week 8 was RB15. And then Taylor showed up and took over.
Yeah, he was a superhuman.
So the potential for me is where I look at, okay, I can take the shot if nobody's really there. But then again, it's the question: would you want to maybe have a little bit better, better wide receiver core and punt the running back position for the hopes at Zach Moss?
I draft wide out heavy anyway. So.
Right. I know most people do. But if in case those guys, the Bijans and the Brees Hall and the Jonathan Taylors aren't there for you at the back end of the first round, that might be where I might punt the ball for Zach Moss later.
Yeah, if I can't get a top 5, catch me taking Zach Moss. But
right.
I'm coming out the gate swinging for Moss. That's how high I am.
What pick do you have him in our draft?
Uh,
What pick is Sean O'Mac? Do you remember?
oh,
6th.
6.
He's taking Zach Moss in 6.
Preacher's got one, says he's taking CD, but he's taking C-Mac.
He says, I'm taking CD from you, Brandon. I'm
Maybe.
like, no, you're not. Dude, you're taking C-Mac.
Maybe I am. Anyhow.
Yeah, you're not going to give me C-Mac. You're not gonna do it. I'm not stupid.
Evo. There's no arguing with you. No arguing with you, Evo. Anyhow, anybody else on the running backs we want to...
Any dark horse top 10 candidates? I'd love to hear a dark horse. Are we going to go with Zach Moss? Like,
That,
I mean,
I
is
am.
that a consensus?
I love him.
Actually, I don't know if I can say it's a dark horse top 10, but like a dark horse 15 kind of guy. Ramondre Stevenson, dude. For some reason, I think he'd be a good pick because Drake May being, obviously rookie quarterback there, throwing to Jalen Polk, another rookie. At least the dude's a veteran, a proven starter.
Starting. It's going to be Jacoby Brissett.
It's not going to be Jacoby Brissett. If he can't beat out Jacoby Brissett in minicamp, they shouldn't have took him at, 7? Shouldn't have took his ass. I'm just saying. I have zero faith in Brissett.
I really like Trey Benson, too.
I like Trey Benson as well, but not for this season. Just because James Conner's really found a step in his old age. That dude threw down the walker and started kicking ass.
Oh. Anyhow.
Anyway. Is that all? Is that all for us?
That's all I got, man.
All right, dude. You guys, we are the Gridiron Goons, and we are going to love to see you back next episode when we talk about quarterbacks. You guys have a good one. Oh, get out of here. You guys have a good one. We'll see you then.
Peace.
Hey.